Welcome everyone to your anime reviews, and we are here reviewing Kuroko's basketball. Let's talk about the plot of the story. Basically, the plot of the story happens to be Kaigama and Kuroko aim to take the Senrin High School basketball team to the very top. Kaigama is a star player, but Kuroko has a secret skill. Now, this right here, this is the definition of basketball for me personally. As a basketball fan, as a big time basketball fan, I do have a basketball channel here on YouTube called Andre's Basketball World. If you're interested, just search that up and you'll pop up. But as a fan of basketball, as a big fan of basketball, watching this series was freaking amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was invested into everything that was going on, from the players, from the skill sets that everybody was able to pull off start to finish. I just enjoy everything about it. I love the concept of it. The concept of it is the fact that in middle school, there was a team full of generational talent, right? They're called the Generation of Miracles. The Generation of Miracles were just so head and the shoulders above everyone else that they just completely dominated. And I mean dominated any and everybody else. It was amazing. It was definitely amazing to watch. So the fact that they was able to be on the top of the food chain for so long and dominate and destroy everybody in the game of basketball, it was like they was bored of playing because there was no real competition to go up against them, right? Then high school comes around, and high school comes around, and with high school coming around, they are no longer on the same team. Everybody's out getting their own team. So that was pretty cool. From the best player, like all five members, the all five starters, and then the sixth man himself, all join different teams to maximize their skills for these other teams, which made them on top of the food chain. But on not of that, but on top of just the generation of miracles, there was also another team, another group of five guys that were like the second best compared to them, because the generation of miracles was on top of a food chain, right, top of the pyramids, and then after that top, it was another level to where these guys were at that went up against the generation of miracles, but they couldn't outdo the generation of miracles. And then so you had them also that was part of this entire team, man. It was and they was awesome too, quite honestly. If I'm being honest with you, they was awesome too, but they just wasn't on the generation of miracles level. That was the only difference. So I love the fact that with each power, like not only which power, each skill sets to which every player does, it to me it reminds me of like a different player in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like we had as y'all could tell throughout the whole video right here, the guy with the red eyes that just showed this couple minutes ago, a couple seconds ago. So he kind of reminds me like of an elite point guard, right? Of he was the point guard, the top of the food chain of the point guard series. So he's like a mix of John Stockton and kind of a mix of a John Stockton, Kyrie Irving mix type of deal. He was a mixture of many players. This guy right here, over here, that's jumping with the green, he was an elite shooter. So kind of a mix of Curry and Clay Thompson and Ray Allen and Reggie Miller mixed together. The guy here with the gold hair, he was kind of like he was underrated. He was very underrated because considering that his ability to copy the other generation of miracle skill sets, he was able to copy them. So he was kind of like one of the younger goats coming in trying to take over. So kind of like see, I don't have a good example for that one because I don't see any, like right now I don't see a player that's trying to copy the legends that's providing that, right? And then you had the big guy right here with the purple hair, a dominating center that can average over 100 points per game. Don't that sound like somebody? Sound like a Wilt Chamberlain Shaq mixture. And then you had the guy with the blue hair, the light blue hair. He's an elite passer. That's all he does is just pass the ball. So that's your John Stockton's, your Magic Johnson type deal, especially Magic Johnson with the passing because it's flashy and it's quick. That's what he does. And then you also have the guy with the dark blue hair. He's kind of a mixture. He was like the number one guy for that team, right? So he's kind of like a mixture of both Kobe and Michael Jordan and LeBron James mixed into one character in himself. And then the American born player that you see right here on your screen right now, number 10, he's a power forward and he jumps out the gym. So he's like a mixture of like a Giannis. He's basically like a Giannis, in my personal opinion, because he pretty much just dunks the ball majority of the time. So he's kind of like a Giannis, fresh and born, and now he's playing over here with the other goats. And then the other class of people, like I said, the other ones that were not the generation of miracles, but like the undergarden of them, they were like the second best players. Kind of like in my person, for me, Magic is the best point guard of all, is the greatest point guard. Okay, let's say him and Curry's the top two for the point guard position all time. And then for me, I think number three for me was either, I think it was Jerry West. There's Kobe and MJ at the guards, and then there's Wade, and then it's LeBron and Larry Bird, and then there's, I think I either got KD. I think I got KD at three. I'm not super sure. I got a three. Been a while. Power four is Tim Duncan, and then whoever else, and then the centers is Kareem and Bill Russell, Wilt, type of deal. And that's kind of how it is. They're like lower. They're kind of lower, but they're still great. They're just lower. They're just not on their level type deal. And that's how I like enjoy them, man. It's a fantastic series. I think it's a very fantastic series. I wish they had a movie called The Last Game. I wish that movie was a little bit better because, quite honestly, it wasn't. They had problems in the beginning, but then they just turned up and just blew them out the building. So it really wasn't as fun as I thought it would be. That's just me. That's just a little nitpick for me. That's just a little nitpick. But to my personal opinion, one of the best animes out there, underrated anime out there. If you're a sports fan, especially a basketball fan, and you have not watched it, you should definitely give us a try. I think you will definitely enjoy it. Nothing that doesn't seem, it's not out of the realm. Like it sounds like it's overpowering, but in reality, we've seen this before. And you just got to put your mind into it. That's all. That's just put your mind into it. I think you guys would definitely enjoy it. But that's the end of this anime review. Getting back to anime reviews on this channel. I'm gonna try to get through the rest of my animes that I need to review first before I actually get down to the big series. The big series like the Naruto's, the Dragon Ball Z's, the Hunter x Hunter, shows like that. That one's gonna be broken up into those ones will be broken up into arcs and stuff. So I'm gonna do those a lot more different. It's gonna be a lot more different, a lot more in detail and stuff. But that'll be later on once I'm done reviewing everything. You guys will definitely see it soon. But until then, hit the like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next anime.